Hello, everybody. Welcome to Hit Cricket, your source for cricket analysis, commentary, and fun. I'm your host, Sean, joined by three cricket fanatics, Rahul, Nanish, and Rudy. So today, it's our fourth video in the series of the Champions Trophy preview. We're going to be talking about South Africa today. Always a strong team, but unfortunately for them, they always tend to choke in these ICC finals. So I'm sure they're hoping to perform much better in this one. But as always, they've got a very strong team, batting all the way down to 8 or 9, in every team, like potential playing 11 you have. They just have a really strong batting lineup, but with some injuries, their pace attack could be under some question. But of course, they have the always reliable Kagiso Rabada, and Jensen with the new ball is always good, and he's in excellent form after an
And
MVP
Lungi.
performance. Oh, can't forget Lungi and Ngidi, the GOAT. Brilliant bowler for South Africa. That's false. But anyway, Janssen,
That was the RCB fan inside me talking, but yeah, go on.
I mean, even as an RCB fan, I don't even know if you can call him brilliant or anything. But Janssen, he had an excellent SA20 MVP level performance, just showing his all around capabilities. But yeah, coming out of the SA20, we want to see how these guys perform. So, guys, what do you think of
Yeah, that's
South Africa's squad?
I think before we talk about squads and all, big injury news coming out from South Africa is that Anrich Nortje has, I think, been ruled out due to injury. I think Corbin Bosch has been replaced, right? So apart from that, I don't think any major changes from South Africa. But yeah, I mean, they got a good talent. It's always that playoffs that always bite them. So again, I think it might be the similar situation this year. I mean, there's the same players again: Hendrik, Clausen, Miller. Everyone is class. Markram, of course, can't miss out. Yeah, I mean,
Hey, it's still not too late to replace Lord Bavuma with Matthew Britsky, who just scored 150 on debut today, saying it's one day left to replace Bavuma. I know he's the captain, but I mean,
captaincy to
probably the
Markram.
weak link in that squad, I'm not gonna lie.
Hey, let's at least give him a chance to prove his captaincy for this year.
Yeah.
He's a good
True.
captain, but the thing is, Markram has proved to be a good captain for South Africa, although he's not, he's not shown that much batting credentials for South Africa in the last few games. He's proved to be a good captain. So if you want, you can just make him captain, and you don't need to play Bavuma. But that's a different story. I mean, Bavuma is the captain; he's gonna stay. I just had a thought that he could potentially.
Yeah. After all, both of them have their own differences. So let's see.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, I mean, they're kind of like tying their hand behind their back a little. I mean, I don't want to harp on Bavuma too much. We should give him a chance. In the recent game, he was a 20 off 23. But it happens. We'll see how Bavuma performs. But they also have a lot of batsmen who are in a very decent form after the SA20. Rassie van der Dussen was top 2 in runs scored, I'm pretty sure. He was excellent for MI Cape Town. Markram was very good at the end of the tournament as well. Stubbs had a great knock at the end. Clausen is class as always. Miller showed his prowess. So, I mean, honestly, South Africa, this tournament couldn't come at a better time for them in terms of the amount of cricket that these guys have played in the past month or so. So they should be very excited at their prospects in this tournament.
Yeah, I mean, you rightly said, Sean. I mean, yes, they have played in the pitches of South Africa and all, but then when you're coming to Pakistan, it's just highways over here. So I think their batting should easily get suited to this kind of conditions. But I'm just little scared how their bowling attack would go in these conditions. Especially they don't have like top class. I mean, Keshav Maharaj is a good spinner, but they don't have that Rashid Khan type level spinner on their team. So I think that might.
I mean, Rashid Khan is a beast of his own. I don't think any other team has that kind of spinner.
Yeah,
Maharaj is a good player.
But Tristan is still good. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Maharaj is still good. So I think we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, March is top class. But I just feel like I wish the all those players who would start in the South Africa 11 got like played in this tri series going on, like all the games possible, because to play in the conditions where the championship is going to happen was such a golden opportunity, and I just wish for them that they got that like chance that they could play. But it makes sense, the SA20 just finished, maybe the players needed a break, but I would love to see them, at least some of the main players, play some games and just get used to the conditions so they can be even more uh, prepped going into the Champions Trophy, especially when they have an opportunity to play in the conditions they're going to be playing in.
Yeah, that is true. I mean, there are like a few players, like Bavuma is playing in this tri series that's going on right now. So I mean, a lot of the like starting 11 players are taking a break after SA20 though. So that there's good and bad to being able to play that much cricket before this tournament. So yeah.
I mean, thankfully, Bavuma didn't take rest under the captaincy or legend quota. He needs all the practice he can get in the conditions.
We can troll him all we want, but we'll give the respect for that. Good job, Bavuma.
Yes.
Getting your fair share of playing time here. But yeah, what do you guys think about the potential playing 11 for South Africa? Rudy, do you want to go first?
Yeah, sure. So, I feel like for my number one is obviously the captain, Bavuma. I'd say he's not too reliable, but for this year, since he's a captain, he's a top order batter, and of course, we're gonna see him in this role to see how he does. And he has the ability to anchor the innings and play under pressure, which makes him a slightly crucial player for South Africa. So Bavuma number one, Aiden Markram number two for me. Obviously he's known for his aggressiveness, yet composed batting style as well. And as an opener, I'm sure he can provide solid starts and build a lot of partnerships. He can adapt to different conditions, and his experience as just a international cricket player has made him a key player within this cup. So
Even Anrich wouldn't have this many points for his favorite player. So, yeah, good job getting all these out. But, yeah, go on.
yeah. But number three comes Stubbs, Tristan Stubbs. He's also very exciting and a very young talent. He is fearless when it comes to batting, very aggressive, scores quickly. And then number four is Klassen. Heinrich Klassen, a key wicket keeper and a batter known for his aggressiveness, batting once again, and excellent glove work. His ability to score quickly and handle under pressure situations is very crucial to the middle order. So, obviously he also has value. And then comes David Miller. David Miller, he's powerful middle order batter, and his finishing abilities. And then comes Marco Jansen. He's a left arm fast bowler, brings a lot of versatility to his team. So another key player to have. And then we have Wian Mulder. He's an all-rounder who can really contribute with like both bat and ball. He provides crucial breakthroughs along with his batting skills and really adds depth to the team. And then we have, obviously Keshav Maharaj, a left-arm spinner who can also control the game with his accurate bowling. Okay, now we have Lungi Ngidi, who is a fast bowler known for his ability to bowl at high speeds and really generate bounce. And then for me, the next one we have is Kagiso Rabada. He's also one of the premier fast bowlers in world cricket. And, with bowling, his pace, accuracy, and aggression makes him a constant threat to any batting lineup. Okay, now we have Kagiso Rabada at number 10. He's one of the premier fast bowlers in world cricket. He bowls with a lot of pace, accuracy, and aggression, which really makes him a threat to any batting lineup. And then last but not least, we have Tabriz Shamsi. He's a left arm rest spinner, known for his variations and ability to take wickets in middle overs. So, of course, with his unique bowling style, he's able to deceive any batsman which really makes him a crucial part in the bowling attack for South Africa.
Yeah, really, that was a great lineup. But I have a few changes here and there. I see you have put Aiden Markram as an opener, but for me, my lineup goes like, I mean, Bavuma you cannot drop, of course. I mean, he's a captain. And then we've seen Tony Zorzi score, get back into form when he was playing for SEC in the last couple of games. He scored a madness with like 70 something in the semifinal. And then in the final also, he tried his best to take SEC to the final, lifting the trophy, but I mean that didn't happen. And then at number three, I got Rassi van der Dusen. And then I have Aiden Markram as number four, and he's the vice captain. And my thought process is that if Bavuma does not play for what he is brought into this team for, I think they'll drop Bavuma and make Aiden Markram the captain. I think that's the only way I see Markram becoming the captain, or Bavuma not being the captain, I should say. And then yeah, I mean, everyone else I have the same except I don't have Lungi and Ngidi in my team, but because I don't think he's that great of a bowler. I think I see Gerald Coetzee as a better bowler in my opinion. He got the pace in him, and he's young. I think he played in India World Cup, in the World Cup that was 2023 World Cup. Yeah, he played in that World Cup
Wait, is
too.
Coates even in
So
the squad?
I think his fitness is in question. I don't know if he got ruled out yet, but and
yeah, I mean, if he's fit, I think he's a better bowler in my opinion. I think he has more pace than
mm.
Lungi and Ngidi in my
Oh,
opinion.
easily, I
And
think.
then if not for Kochia, then I mean, at any cost, I would not, for now at least, I would not play Lungi and Ngidi. So I'd get the replacement of Anrich Nokia Carbon Bosch to play in place of Lungi and Ngidi. So that's how my playing 11 goes. And then yeah, I mean, like you said, you talked gave a good details about all the players. I think I agree to all of them. I think you forgot one thing, that Markham can also bowl. Yes, he is a top order batsman, and he can also give you, if required, he can give you more than, like, if I think if required, he can give you 10 hours, man. If anything is, if that's a spin pitch, he can give you 10 hours in my opinion. He- Okay, you're
I wish
laughing,
South Africa
but
aren't pushed into that situation, but
you're laughing,
yeah,
but then
they are good
he's,
luck to them.
in my opinion, at least in my opinion, I think he's a great player.
He
He is
limited,
my one of my favorite players.
yeah, he limited runs in the SA20 when he bowled, so it's not like he's some lousy bowler or anything like that.
He's not lousy, but 10 overs out of him is you're expecting way too much, I think. I think five,
Yeah,
6 overs is a good amount.
yeah. I mean, when he can be the part-time bowler, at least to like break the, you don't have to give 100% of Shamsi and Keshav Maharaj back to back to back. You can get the Markram and somewhere.
Yeah, I think overall he's a solid, starting opener, so he's solid.
Hmm.
But my playing 11, Sean, you want to go before?
Sure, yeah. So my playing 11 is very similar. I do have a Rassi van der Dusen in my as an opener for me. I mean, the way he was playing in SA20, like I previously mentioned, he's in excellent form. So to me, they don't really have a choice in playing him, and he's a mainstay in their ODI squad. Then the Markram at 3, Clausen at 4, Stubbs 5, Miller 6. Off camera, Rahul said it's one of the best middle orders, if not the best middle orders in world cricket right now, and I wholeheartedly agree. These guys are all brilliant players. And then I have Vian Mulder at what's that? Oh,
Just a quick question. I don't have Stubbs in my lineup. Can you repeat your lineup? Like, because I think it's because I have Tony
yeah,
Zorzi. I think I couldn't fit Stubbs in my lineup. I mean,
yeah,
there are a lot of good players in the team. I mean,
exactly.
it's one of the good teams that this Champions Trophy had. I mean, and they're put in a table of like top teams actually. India, Pakistan. They should be lucky that they're not in that group basically.
Yeah,
But sorry about that.
yeah,
Go ahead and your
yeah.
opinion.
No questioning their batting depth. I just want to touch on that a little bit because we haven't even mentioned the name Ryan Rickleton, who is an excellent player himself. So they have the option of Rickleton to Zorzi, Vanderdusen, so and Bretsky. I don't know. I'm not sure if we mentioned it yet, but he hit a 150. I think we mentioned it earlier, but in the warm-up match in the Tri Series, so he's not even in the squad. So they have a lot of batting depth there in South Africa. But yeah, then I have Vian Mulder at 7, batting all-rounder. He played very well in the first game of the Tri Series. Hit a 60, 64, I think. And then Janssen at 8, another capable batsman in the form of his, oh, sorry, all rounder in the form of his life. And then Keshav Maharaj, his own not world class spinner, but he's like a damn good spinner in his own right. And then Kagiso Rabada, we all know his class. And then Tabrez Shamsi, he's a very good spinner. He performed in some games in the T20 World Cup, if I remember correctly. He had a big, I think, 4 wicket haul, 3 wicket haul, something like that. So, yeah, overall, it's a very, very strong side, and I like their chances very much, like in advancing to the next stage, potentially even the finals of this competition.
Yeah, Sean, I have a similar playing 11 to you. I have a Markram opening though instead of Rassi because Rassi usually bats at 3 for South Africa, and I know while I'm changing Aiden Markram's position, I just feel that Aiden Markram in the middle order in ODIs, I feel hasn't truly found his foot 100% yet. But uh, his best format currently for South Africa is the Test format, and I'm pretty sure he opens in that. So I just want to give him a shot at opening in ODI cricket as well to see if he can adapt there. And he gives me a bowling option like Nanish and Rudy alluded to. So yeah, I have Aiden Markram and Temba Bavuma opening. I'd have it another way in the Temba Bavuma slot if I was the South Africa management, but they've decided to captain him, so I'm respecting that and having him in the team. Then I have Rassi van der Dusen at 3, and I have the same middle order powerhouse Stubbs, Klaas, and Miller, easily the best middle order in the world right now. I mean, those guys can tear apart any bowling attack on their day, and they also know how to consolidate. I mean, we saw that sensational century from David Miller in the semi-final of the World Cup last year against Australia when the team was completely in shambles. So Miller is not only like a slogger or hitter, but he can consolidate when needed as well. So all three of those players are double gear players. Then I also have Vian Mulder at 7, very talented all rounder. Marco Jansen at 8, like you mentioned, the form of his life, absolute star in the making. And Keshav Marsh at 9, I'd say he's a world class spinner in his own right. He's South Africa's best spinner produced in a while. And then I have KG Rabada at 10 and Tabrez Shamsi at 11. So I think it's a well rounded unit. My only concern is that they have, in this 11 that we put out, they have 4 proper solid bowling options, but then you have Wian Mulder and Aiden Markram to take the 5th and 6th bowling options, which are not bad, but they could get hit a bit there. But I think that's batting firepower just makes up for any deficiencies in the bowling department. And this is easily one of the strongest teams in the competition. And I think they're definitely going to make the top 4. And also, I think they'll make the finals too.
Yeah, I mean, rightly said, Rahul. I also think they'll make the top 4 and potentially go for the finals. But I mean, looking back at their luck, no, I'm not sure how far they can go in finals. But again, you talked about their batting lineup. I mean, these are heavy pitches. They could easily score like 400 every game if they bat with sensible like mind and stuff.
Yeah, calculated aggression.
Calculated aggression. It's not good. But yeah,
Rahul's favorite style of batting.
Yep.
Rody, what do you think?
Like we saw Rohit Sharma's innings, right?
Oh.
That kind of aggression.
so
Ah.
Sean and Rudy, do you think they'll make top 4 finals? What do you think?
Go ahead.
Honestly, for me, they are top 4 definitely within this cup. I feel like, they have a strong batting lineup with players like, David Miller, Aiden Markram, easily. That's very solid top and middle order. And then they also have a very strong pace attack led by Rabada. So that's one of the most, that's among the most lethal in world cricket. So easily, their pace attack is really amazing, and just their ability to take wickets in both the power play and death overs is a significant advantage within the other teams. So, those are like top 2, easily one of the best points for the South Africa team, and that's what really, for me at least, makes them top 4.
Yeah, I absolutely agree. I briefly mentioned before we started listing our prediction. I do think that they are going to reach the top four, and honestly, they are my uh, what one of my finalist teams. So it's just I don't know. I really like their
I
team,
mean,
their
we
team.
are calling it the group of death that they're in, but if you think about it, like Australia, England, Afghanistan, we'll get to them in future videos, of course. But I mean, South Africa, I think they have one of the best. Like, even though we're rating their spin bowling unit as their sort of weaker side, if we may say, I still feel other than Afghanistan, who are probably easily the best spin bowling arsenal in the whole competition. I think they're second best in that group because if you think of Australia, they have Zampa, but not much to complement him. England, we are just seeing him. Adil Rashid is a world class spinner, but not much to compliment. So all this, the spin core in that group is pretty similar, other than Afghanistan. So I don't even think they get hit in that regard that much either. And they got the batters to counter any spinning conditions as well. And as Nanish mentioned, the pitches are going to be good to bat on. This batting firepower is absolutely unbelievable, and they can bail you out of any situation and also score those massive scores. So I think this is going to be a really hard team to stop.
Easily, yeah.
Just one problem I see is they have to get quickly adjusted to Dubai conditions if they do make it to semifinals or anything, because they have to come face India, and that'll be little different from what they've been facing at Pakistan, of course. So I think that they need to take into account, because all that bowling might be different at Pakistan, and they have to quickly change to um, different style of playing when they do make it to playoff, and if India makes it to playoff, of course.
It
That's a
depends on
different
their position
scenario.
in the
Yeah.
table, no? Like whether they have to, or
I
all
I
mean,
the
if
mean,
they'd
if
want
one
to,
of
I'm
yeah.
assuming, I think if they want to win the cup, they'd have to come to Dubai because India is making the finals, in my opinion.
Okay,
Bottom line.
fair
True.
point then.
I agree.
Yeah. So before we close that, I just want to say, so Rudy got South Africa making playoffs, India making playoffs, and Bangladesh making playoffs, right?
Yes.
Wait, so Bangladesh is in the top four?
I mean, I'd say top five, but not top four. They're fifth for me.
Okay, so it's like I'm top 14 but not 14 type logic. Okay.
Best
Yeah,
way to put it.
honestly, like, okay, definitely Bangladesh is a competitor. They're trying to chase the cup, but in my
Are you
opinion,
sure
I
they're
just
trying to
believe.
chase the cup?
I mean,
It seems like they're
Bangladesh is
content to
like,
just knock it around when you need 114 overs to qualify for a
well,
World
you,
Cup semifinals.
but at the same time, you cannot also say that they're like the weakest team, right?
I
Well,
think I can say that they're the weakest team.
Well, how so? They have like, you know, like their adaptability is really good, and I know that their performance in 2017, led them to semifinals. Why don't you believe that this year they cannot have that happen again?
I like how he's
Because it
going back to
won't rain in
2017
Dubai.
again. And I like how he going back to 2017 because he knows there's nothing happened with Bangladesh team in between. So 2017, 2017, that's it. It's like RCB going back to 2016 every time. Or
sure.
SRH also going back to 2016 only. I
At
mean,
least,
we did make it to finals after that, but
yeah,
again,
SRH can talk
uh,
about last year
uh,
at least. But that's a
yeah, last year and
separate,
2018
separate
also.
thing.
Yeah, but who are your so Rudy, you have just South Africa for now, and we discussed India and Pakistan. What do you think about them earlier?
Yeah, Pakistan is also very well-rounded team, very well-balanced team. But I feel like India obviously is number one for me. Um, in my opinion, they're the strongest, and with a strong lineup, with a strong starting 11, like obviously Virat Kohli, the king. He's unbeatable, man, and his performance, his consistency amongst playing in the IPL for RCB or just in the T20 World Cup, it's been amazing so far. Virat Kohli's consistency and his strong efforts within the team is definitely going to lead him to the number one spot within this league. And with Rohit Sharma's captaincy, I know definitely that they're going to be one of the top competitors within this cup. So definitely India is number one for me.
Yeah, I really hope whatever you said becomes true, and I really hope Virat Kohli can say form form his temporary classes permanent. because right now it's not looking like that. So
You know, we called Virat Kohli
as of
unbeatable. Sorry, Nonish, but we called Virat Kohli unbeatable. But the ball outside the off stump, I think that might be the thing that's beating him right
Yeah,
now.
that's the problem. It doesn't beat him. It doesn't. It
Oh,
never
it's not
beats him.
beating
He
him.
always
Yeah,
edges
he's
it.
always edging it. Yeah, Nonish, continue.
Yeah.
no, but yeah, I mean, we got another Virat Kohli fan. Looks like Nortje channel. I
Yes,
need to
sir.
face two
Oh,
of them
come
now.
on.
But,
Anyone with sense would be a Virat Kohli fan. Anyone with sense would be a Rohit Sharma fan. Any Indian with sense would be an India fan, and would be all these players' fans.
I respect that. And we all are rooting for
Yeah,
India,
me
of course.
too. Yes.
All right. That should be it for the South Africa talk, though. We touched on a little more teams at the end there, but that's okay. We're here to preview the whole tournament. So yeah, that's the end of the South Africa Champions Trophy preview. We'll see you guys next time with another review.
Hopefully, since we talked about 4 teams, you can make the views 4 times for this video.
You know, I wish
Please,
YouTube worked
fingers
like
crossed.
that. I wish YouTube worked
Our
like
goal is to get 1,000 views for at least one of the Champions Trophy videos. So if you could meet that, we'd be very pleased, and we'll be coming with a giveaway very shortly.
that. May as well happen.
Yes.
So
And a very big special announcement as well.
Yes.
we have
So please like, share, and subscribe, and
Yeah. Stay tuned
share
in.
all our videos.
yeah.
I know I said
okay.
share twice
All
because we really
all
want you to share
dialogues.
videos.
Huh, Nanish?
Yep.
You took all of your dialogues.
Yeah, took the words right out of my mouth. But you know, we're all doing the outro this time. We'll see you guys next time.